All of this, of course, is tied to labor shortages as a record 4.53 million workers quit their jobs in November. Former McDonald's USA CEO Ed Rensi joins us now. And Ed, I got another figure to throw out there, and it's not a good one. The number of unfilled jobs, according to the website Indeed, the career website, has gone from 11 million to 12 million. 12 million unfilled jobs now, and that is just killing small businesses. When is it going to start going in the right direction?
I have no idea. If this continues the way it is, it's going to be nothing but a greater and greater catastrophe. One of the things I think we're overlooking a little bit is that the baby boomers were born from 1946 to 64. The oldest is 76 and the youngest is 58. But the first child of the baby boomers is starting to reach 56 years of age. So the retirement numbers are going to start to accelerate, and there's going to be a lot of upward mobility because they're leaving the workforce, which is going to leave a shortage at the bottom end. And boy, we're feeling it big time in restaurants, barbershops, daycare centers. It's a nightmare. And the other problem we got, the pandemic, this new strain of virus is causing people to stay home because they're ill and applying for unemployment. And the unemployment benefits are very rich, and there's no reason to go back to work. So you've got a confluence of events here that are really starting to pile on top of one another. Now we're coming into the season of the summer when we need part-time workers in restaurants and other places because of seasonality. We're never going to find them. And we're starting to substitute automation and digital for people. And we're also resetting the business in restaurants particularly, resetting the menus, resetting the operating hours, cutting back on the days we're open. There's going to be a major, major change in what's happening in the restaurant industry and other small businesses because of this shortage.
Well, and then you have the pandemic regulations, and chief among them, I would say, for contributing to the labor shortage are these vaccine mandates, because a lot of people just don't want to do it. And I happen to live in the city that has the most stringent in the nation, New York City, but you get some of it all over the place, in Chicago, in L.A., and elsewhere. This has got to be adding to the problem.
Oh, no, there's no question about it. And I want you to know I'm an advocate for vaccination. I've had 2 shots plus boosters. I've had zero problem with this. But the state of Florida has handled this much differently than the state of New York or Illinois has handled it. And the reality of it is, 15 years ago when we had Spanish flu, people went to work sick. Never thought a thing about it. Today, if they get a sniffle, they don't go to work. Now, I don't know what's the best public health policy, but the reality of it is we need to be careful. We need to wear masks. We need to wash our hands. We need to keep our hands off our face. But we got to get realistic about what's going on. This last strain of virus, while it makes you sick, isn't anywhere near as vicious as the first strains were.
But the other thing is,
and we got to come to grips with this.
And the other thing is, the vaccine mandate has done nothing to prevent the spread of Omicron in New York. Nothing. New York has a spread of Omicron that's just as bad as Florida does. In fact, Florida's death rate is a little lower than New York's, probably because of the antibody treatment that the governor stockpiled. But bottom line is the vaccine mandates don't work. One, it hasn't really increased the vaccination number. But two, and probably more importantly, it hasn't stopped Omicron.
Well, I've talked to a lot of friends of mine in the African-American community, and they frankly don't trust the government. When Biden came out and said, I'll never take a vaccine that Donald Trump invents, that resonated with a lot of people, and we're climbing out of that. Now,
I think, by the way, forgive me for interrupting.
Mandating,
I think that was Kamala Harris who said it, not Biden, but go ahead.
Well, it was the administration, however it came about. The reality of it is when you say things like that, it resonates with people. And I talk to a lot of my African-American friends. They really are uncomfortable with a lot of this. Who knows where it's going to go? But I can tell you this. When you got a small business with hourly employees and you say, I got 100 of them, you got to get vaccinated, and they say, no, goodbye. Right. They leave. They don't care. It's just a problem. Very
quickly, we've got to run, but the president claims the supply chain issues are getting better. Is that what you're hearing?
Not at all, not even a little bit. The ports are cleaning out because they pushed the boats 100 miles offshore, pretend like they're cleaning them up. But there's still a huge shortage of truck drivers. We abuse our truck drivers every day. Look at that mess on I-95 right now. All those goods and services are just sitting there waiting for the government to do something. So, no, I don't agree with Biden at all. And a big problem, like he talks about meat, I've been in those meat processing plants. They're extremely labor intensive. And they're paying $22 to $26 an hour and can't get people. That's just the reality of inflation.
Yeah, it is. Ed Rensi, thank you very much, Ed. Great to see you. Happy New Year to you.